Alrighty, it looks like it's that time again. Hey there, everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Sawteeth franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4 year number 1 playoffs championship final coming at you here today. Last episode, we took on the Hot Corners in Game 2, choked it away 11-9, and then took a winner-take-all Game 3, 5-1 to stamp our ticket to the League Championship Finals, along with the Jacks, who ended up coming from 1-0 down as well to stamp their way into the finals. So this is the matchup we're dealing with, 1 versus 3. On the mound for both clubs will be their number 4 pitchers who have yet to pitch in the postseason. For the Jacks, that is 24-year-old right-hander Barry Ozone, who is the elite screwball trait. And on the mound for us as the number 4 is Wagyu Takobi, the rookie 23-year-old, making his playoffs debut. Lineup for Game 1 here for the Sawteeth. Leading off at third base will be Kieran Nutmeg. Batting second, Juiced at center field is /Trips as he's feeling it. Batting third, right fielder Howie Caldeet. Batting fourth, locked in shortstop John Renero. Batting fifth, locked in first baseman Peak Physique. Batting sixth, tense DH Johnny Bags. Batting seventh, second baseman DP Turner. Batting eighth, tense left fielder Kathy Cul-de-sac. And batting ninth, catching is Junior Young Sr., the veteran catcher. Let's get it on. League Championship underway, starting tonight. Leading lineup for the Jacks, Lift and Buffler there in the middle lineup are hitting pretty well. Dazzler is not hitting particularly well, but outside of that, looking like a solid lineup. I see a rookie in there as well. And the starting lineup there at the bottom, Dilly Daller. Go ahead and meet the Jacks here in a second.
Welcome to the opening game of the League Championship. Hold on to your hats. Use the handy hat handles.
Handy hat handles, league finals, here we go. We have a home field advantage as well. Upton, Cracker, and Lift do up first here for the Jacks. Downtown Upton leading off, the first baseman. Contact is ready active here in the postseason, hitting only a .111. Not a great postseason so far for Upton. Here's the numbers for Wagyu Takobi in the regular season. Takobi ended up going 2-1 with a 6.35 ERA and a 1.71 WHIP. 12 earned runs given up in 3 starts, 17 innings pitched, 23 hits surrendered, 6 walks, 4 homers, and 13 strikeouts. Batting average against on the year of .329. Takobi coming off in the regular season finale. He ended up giving up his best start of the season. He went 7 innings getting the victory, giving up only 1 earned run. Very solid outing for Takobi. This lineup he'll face from the Jacks today. Leading off at first base, Downtown Upton. Followed him is left fielder Jack Cracker. Batting third is on-fire catcher Tough Lift. Batting fourth, locked in second baseman Huffley Buffler. Batting fifth, third baseman Juice Jackson. Batting sixth, tense in right field Razzie Dazzler. Oh, she had a hairstyle change. Nice. Batting 7th is DH Clutch Corman. Batting 8th, center fielder Batch Wilson. And batting 9th, rookie shortstop Dilly Daller. As it looks like the only person out of the lineup from the starting lineup is Log Freely, the left fielder. He is 10th currently. Okay, solid lineup. I'm excited to see it. Hey, Grier, nice to see you, man. Good evening to you as well, sir. Let's go ahead and get the episode underway as we play for the championship tonight. Technically this morning, but you know what I mean. Fastball outside on the first pitch, ripped foul, 0-1. Throw down and then chop to second. Turner to his right, knocks it down, picks up and fires. Nice recovery, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 29.
Best luck, thank you, appreciate it. Left fielder Jack Cracker up next for the Jacks, hitting .312 with a no homers and 2 RBIs in the postseason. Change it down and then on the first pitch. Pulled foul behind the dish. 0-1. Goes him down in the way. Chased outside. And Cracker in the hole. 0-2. Slider up it in. Taken high. 1-2. Dribble down and in. That's ripped foul. Cracker stays alive. 0-2 remains the count here. Or 1-2. Fastball up, taken, ripped into center field, trips in, will not get there in time as it drops. That is a 1-out single for Cracker. Tough Lift up next, the on-fire catcher, hitting .348 in the playoffs, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. hitting really well as of late, and that's why he's still in the lineup. Despite being a little bit tired, he is hitting out of his mind right now. Little down and in the dirt. Good block by JYS. Ball 1. No threat to run over at first is Cracker, though. Changeable way. Fouled off behind the plate. 1-1. There's him up and away. Chased it. 1-2. Slide it down the way. Check swing low. Good take by Lift. 2-2. There's him up and in. Line to second. Turner lunges out of his reach into right field. That's a base hit. 2 on, 1 down. Jacks are in business here in the first. That's up next. Cleanup hitter. Locked in Huffley Buffalo, the second baseman, also hitting well. Hitting 300 with a homer and 4 RBIs. Pass one down the middle, and that is not where you want to throw that to Buffalo. That is long gone, as that is a big-time jack for the cleanup man. 3-run bomb for Huffley Buffalo as the Jacks on the board in the first. 3-0. Second homer of the postseason for Buffalo. Rocky start for Jacoby. Here's third baseman Juice Jackson. Off-speed hitter hitting 391 with a homer and 3 RBIs in the postseason. Yeah, I seem to get that as well sometimes. It just seems like you're going well, and then all of a sudden, it's like, they weren't hitting that earlier. When did that happen? Well, it happens. I'll just make a mistake every once in a while and end up getting damaged and deposited out in the seats. Chased high on the heater there by Jackson, 0-1. Changed it down and in, chased and fouled off, 0-2 is Jacoby's tense here. Slider down the way, chased and fouled off. We'll do it again. There's him up and in. Line to left center, heading to the gap. Trips runs it down for the second out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 18.
I think he'll shake it off. I think he will. Dazzler up next. Right fielder tense. Not hitting well as of late in the postseason. Hitting only a $158 with an RBI. Fastball up and away. Taken high. Ball 1. Dribble down the way. Grounded up the middle. That is a base hit. Seeing eye single to center. That'll keep the inning alive. 2 out knock. Brings up clutch DH. Clutch Corman. Hence the name. Hitless in the postseason though. Normally he's the backup catcher on the bench, but he is in the lineup as the DH today. Clutch not active here as they have a 3-run lead with 2 down. Change up in the dirt. Ball 1. Force him down and in. Check swing strike call. 1-1. Slider middle in. Grounded hard to Pizzique, and he'll tap the bag to end the inning. But the 3-run bomb for Huffley Buffalo put the Jacks on the board here in the first. 3-0. Bottom 1. Nutmeg trips and called Eat up first against Barry Ozone as we look to respond.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 15, Kira Nutmeg.
That's all right, one boy. Nice to have you in, buddy. Fastball taking to the letters in the first pitch to Nutmeg, 0-1. As we're going to go ahead and look at the numbers here for Barry Ozone in the regular season. Where are we? Barry in the regular season, 1-0 with a 4.96 ERA and a 1.59 WHIP. 9 earned runs given up in 4 starts, 16 in the third inning, so he averages just over 4 innings a start. 17 hits surrendered, 9 walks, 2 homers, and 14 strikeouts. Batting average against .266 for Ozone. Should be going a little bit deeper on average here in the postseason because now with the DH in this game, they do not have to pinch hit for him as early as they would like. I'm doing all right, one boy. Doing all right. Hope it's going well for you as well. Where are you, Nutmeg? What are your numbers here? Hitting .522 in the postseason. 5 RBIs here at the top of the lineup. Ozone making his first postseason start as he hasn't yet to pitch yet. Screwball drifts outside. 1-1. Screwball taken in the dirt away. 2-1. Ozone taking a break to sneeze there. Chased it out the zone on that fastball, 2-2. Fastball middle in, turned on by Nutmeg, heading to the gap right center, and that should be down as it 1 hops to the fence. Nutmeg digging for second. She'll beat the throw-in from Wilson. It is a leadoff double. That is how you answer a first-inning home run. Next up, Slash trips. Center fielder is juiced out of his gourd, hitting .375 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. That ball hitter is active here. Fastball up and in, chased out of the zone, hit down the right field line. Heading over in there is Dazzler. Going to hold here at second, though Dazzler does have a weaker on the other side arm. That was a little too close to tag up. One down, here's right fielder Howie Caldeet, the rookie, hitting .292. 5 homers, 11 RBIs, coming off a hitless appearance in Game 3 of the Hot Corner Series. Also the only game in the postseason so far he has yet to hit a home run. Fastball up on the first pitch, hard up the mid line into right field. That is a fair ball. Gets past Dazzler into the corner. That'll be an Eck double for Caldeet as he drives it nutmeg. It is 3-1. We're on the board.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 12, John Ronero.
Nice, solid. Love to hear it. John Ronero up next. He's locked in. Don't know what he's hitting because there is a giant bucket on my shelf underneath my TV that wasn't there before. It looks. I want to say that's like a 463 average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Can't really read it. Curveball down and in. That's a strike call to 1-1. Curveball down and then bounces. This almost hits for Nero. He jumps back. 1-1. Fastball up and away. Chase lined at the middle behind the bag. Buffalo there to make the catch. 2 down. Next up, Peak Physique, rookie first baseman, locked in, hitting .542, 3 homers, 8 RBIs in the postseason. Fastball at the knees, lined at the middle, base hit for Physique into left center. That's a base hit. Caldeet rounding third. He'll score easily on the single. It is 3-2. Sawteeth back within a run, and that will bring up Johnny Bags, the DH. He's tense, hitting .263 here in the postseason, not doing all that well. One of the few starters who's yet to make a big impact the postseason is that's a strike there at the letters from Ozone. 0-1 as he's tense as well. Screwball and the changeup in the dirt, taken low, 1-1. Fastball up, drifts outside from Ozone, 2-1. Fastball up and in, turned on by Johnny, hit well to right field, but he didn't make solid contact. Dazzler at the warning track puts it away, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs on the board for the Sawteeth, 1 on the double, and 1 on an RBI single. 3-2 to the second. Wilson, Daller, and Upton do up. Leading off center fielder Batch Wilson, the 38-year-old, hitting .143 on the season here in the postseason. That ball hitter active for him. Curveball down and away in the first pitch in the dirt as it bounces. Ball 1, good eye. Forcing it down and in, ripped to the gap right center over the leaping Turner's glove. That'll be extra bases possibly. Trips gets to it quickly, gets it in. It is still a leadoff double for Wilson as he beats the throw. Dilly Daller up next, rookie shortstop, hitting .333, 1 homer, 2 RBIs as she was signed out of the free agent pool. Start over Rob Glover here at short. Forcing her down and in, hit her right in the foot. And that is in hit by pitch, 2 on, none down for downtown Upton, who's going to fake the anger there. Jacoby now rattled. All right, Wagyu, get out of your own head. Now's the time, kid. Change of up. That's a strike at the letters. 0-1. Forcing me down in the way is low. 1-1. Slider middle in. Inside. 2-1. Curveball up and line to second, right at Turner. 1 down. Next up, Jack Cracker, 1 for 1 with a single. Scored on the home run by Buffalo in the first inning. Forcing her away in the first pitch, fouled off into the Jack's dugout. 0-1. Curveball down and in the dirt, good take. 1-1. Change it down the way. Fouled off, chased outside, 1-2. Pushing him up and in. Inside almost hits him as he ducks out of the way, 2-2. Slided down and in, chased it in the dirt, strike 3. First punch up for Jacoby today. 2 down. And here's Tough Lift, 1 for 1 with a single. He's on fire, singled in the first inning and then scored on the home run by Buffler. Curveball away in the first pitch, hanger, hitting the hole to short. Diving John Ronero cuts it off, fires across the first in time to get the slow-footed lift as even juiced, or on fire, he still can't run. That ends the inning as Jacoby strands 2. Pitching around the hit by pitch as well. Bottom 2, it's 3-2. Turner, cul-de-sac, and JYS. Bottom lineup up for the Sawteeth. Good diving play by John. He's been fielding well recently. DP Turner up, leading off. Second baseman hitting .400 in the postseason with 5 RBIs. First pitch from Ozone is I believe that was a two-seamer down and away. Low, ball 1. Fastball down and in, line by Turner, hard to center, but it's right at Wilson, who barely moves. 1 down. Kathy Caldisac up next, left fielder hitless in the postseason. She is tense, but getting the start against the right-handed pitcher here. Contact versus righty active for Kathy. Screwball away, caught the outside corner, 0-1. Screwball this time goes way outside, 1-1. Chased it in the dirt as it bounces, bad swing, 1-2. Fastball up and away, chop foul. Kathy stays alive. Fastball up chased, grounded to third. Jackson on the backhand makes the play, 2 down. Yeah, it does not wear off easily. I hope we get another 0 to get rid of it. JYS up next, catcher hitting with 1 RBI in the postseason, hitting, I believe, 308. First pitch coming in, change up, caught the outside corner, 0-1, might have been the screwball. Way outside that time, that was the screwball, misses, 1-1. Fastball up, hard grounder at the middle to short, Dowler to her left, cuts it off, rookie fires in time to first, 1-2-3 inning for Ozone. To the third, it's 3-2, Buffler, Jackson, and Dazzler do up against Jacoby. Hopefully Buffler homered his first time up on a fastball down the middle, 1-1. Drove in 3 runs so far for the Jacks. Slider down the way in the first pitch, strike called at the knees, 0-1. Change of away, just outside, 1-1. Slider down and in, chased in the dirt, 1-2. Throws him down and away, hit up ground on the third base side, backhanded by Nutmeg to her right, makes the play to first, 1 down. We just need a bomb, that's true. Juice Jackson up 0-for-1 today. Curveball down in the way in the first pitch, way outside, ball 1. Forcing him down and in, just inside, 2-0. Jacoby is back to tense here, that's a good start. Slider way outside, 3-0. Forcing him down in the way, strike called, 3-1. Change up inside, it's going to miss, ball 4. First walk for Jacoby today. That's not a hit by pitch. Runner on, 1 down for Dazzler. Razzie 1-for-1 with a single today. Change it down and in is inside, ball 1. Forcing him down in the way, low, 2-0, good eye. Well, down and in, low again, 3-0. Fastball up, fouled off, out of play, 3-1. Changeup's going to be in the dirt, taken low, ball 4. Second walk for Jacoby. Back-to-back walks, 2 on for Clutch Corman, 0-for-1. Rattled again is Jacoby. Forcing him down and in, inside, ball 1. Changeup away on the next pitch, line to first, right at Physique, 2 down. Jacoby back to tense, 2 down, 2 down for Wilson, 1-for-1 with a double. Slider up and in's going to almost hit him as he ducks out of the way. Ball 1. Forcing him down in the way. Outside. 2-0. Curveball way outside is going to miss. 3-0. Fastball down the middle. Skied by Wilson. He was hacking on 3-0. Back to center. It's retreating back a little bit. Makes the catch to end the inning as we strand 2 more on the walks. Bottom 3. It's 3-2. Now Meg trips and called eat. 2 up. Nutmeg gonna lead us off here. She doubled in the first inning and then scored on the double by Caldy. 1-for-1 today. Curveball up on the first pitch hangs, and that's lined back up this mid box into center. Nutmeg's second hit today. She's on with the single, 2-for-2. Yeah, he already has a hit by pitch. Don't get ejected. Please don't. Here's Slash trips up next, 0-for-1 with a fly out to right field his first time up. Chased the fastball out of the zone. Oh, why? 0-1. Screwball away, dumped to left center. That is going to get down in front of Cracker for a base hit. Missed the home run swing, but at least we got on base. 2 on, none down for Howie Caldeet. doubled in a run his first time up, and then he scored on a single later in the first inning. Screwball down and in, misses low and inside. Ball one. Never threatened the zone. Screwball up and in, or changeup, almost hits Caldeet, 2-0. Changeup up and in, hit well by Caldeet to right, but he missed it. Just got under it. Throw coming in will be right to second. Little dancing there, one down. 2 on, 1 down for John Renero. Grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Locked in. Curveball down and in is chased and pulled foul. Out of play. 0-1. Fastball away. Grounded to first base line. Off the diving glove of Upton behind the bag. And Nutmeg's going to try it. She's coming around third. And John Renero gets in a run down to save her. He'll be thrown out at second, but that is a RBI for him. It's 3-3. Go ahead, run at third here. It's peak physique. RBI single in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Ozone now tense. Screwball up and in, turned on and pulled foul. Out of play. 0-1. 0-1 the count. Curveball bounces off the plate. Good take by Peak. 1-1. Changeup up and in, grounded to third, right at Jackson. He'll make the play to first, across in time to end the inning, but we do tie the game up on the RBI single by John Renero. 3-3 to the fourth. Dowler, Upton, and Cracker due up against Jacoby.
Now back, the shortstop, number 26, Dilly Dowler.
392 down the line and it barely got out. Holy crap. Oh, is that the, oh, see you, Dad? Ooh, 392 down the line and it only just barely got out. I'm not going to like that field, I can already tell. Oh, God. Haven't played there yet. That worries me. Dowler up first. Hit by a pitch. Her first time up. She takes fastball flutters. 0-1. She's currently locked in still. Curveball down the way in the dirt. 1-1. Slider away. Chop to first. Slow roller to Physique. Bare hand. Tap the bag. 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 44.
Oh, the Grass Eaters play. Okay. I haven't played the Grass Eaters on their home ballpark yet. The one time we played them was at home. We're going to play them, I think, oh, we might play them there in season 2 when we get there. I hope so. Upton 0 for 2 today, trying to find out where his day's gone wrong. Heater down in the way, check swing, strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in, rocketed to right center, Caldeet giving chase. Just by him as a 1 hops to the fence. That'll be a single for Upton. His first hit today is 1 for 3. Runner on 1 down for Jack Cracker. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Those damn Grass Eaters, they would get the Shaka remake. Just to piss me off even more. Curveball down the way in the first pitch. Strike called at the knees as it floats in there. 0-1. Receiver down. Taken low. 1-1. Change up and in. Line softly behind second. Turner leaps. Makes the nice catch. Deke the runner and he'll fire to first to double him off. Attaboy DP. He makes the double play himself. Love to see that. Defensive ingenuity at its finest. Bottom 4. We're tied at 3. Bags, Turner, and Cul-de-sac due up. Johnny Bags leading off. 0 for 1 with the line out. He's tense. Curveball away outside. Ball 1. Trying to get out of his own slump. Screwball taken at the knees. Down the middle. 1-1. Curveball's away outside. 2-1. Ozone behind the ball count here. That's inside on the screwball. 2-2. 3-1 to count, actually. Johnny in a good hitter's count here. And that's outside on the curveball, ball 4. First walk for Ozone today. Leadoff man on in the 4th. DP Turner up next, 0 for 1 today. Good plate discipline by Bags. Hopefully that breaks him out of his slump. Clutch activates for him over at first base, and as we're now in a 3-bar situation. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, and DP Turner rockets it deep right center field. On the contact swing, off the fence. Going to be a single for DP, but Johnny Bags will get the third as we had to hold to see if that would be caught by Wilson at the wall. 2 on, none down. Here's Kathy Cul-de-sac. Good. It would be a good time for your first postseason hit, Kathy. Let's go. Get out of your own head, girl. Contact press righty still active. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Fastball away, dumped off the end of the bat behind short, but Dowler there runs it down. 1 out. JYS up next. Catcher grounded out to short his first time up. He's hitting 176 now, so that was definitely 208 I saw, or 198. 0 for 1 still here against tense Ozone. Curveball taken in there at the knees, 0-1. Good floater then from Ozone. Chase that fastball in the dirt as it bounces, 0-2. Curveball down, rocketed to third. Leaping Jackson to save it. 2 on, runners at the corners. Here's Kira Nutmeg, 2 down. She's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. All the pressure on Kira to deliver. Ozone back to neutral. 2-seamer away, strike called, 0-1. Screwball away, hit up the middle, past the diving second baseman, base hit. Kira Nutmeg delivers with her third hit. First RBI of the day, it's 4-3 as we take the lead. 2 on, 2 down for Slash trips. Singled last time up, he's 1 for 2. Let's see if Slash can break it open here. Screwball up, lined and dumped into center field, base hit. Going to be holding the runner at third as DP Turner doesn't run well, and Wilson has a good arm. Base is loaded, 2 down for Howie Caldeet. 1 for 2 day for the rookie as an RBI double. Nowhere to put him, and Caldeet already has 1 grand slam here in the postseason. No pressure, Rook. No pressure. Ozone tense. Curveball up and in. Way high and inside. 1-0. Fastball inside. Dumped up the middle on the liner. Base hit, and that is into center. 1 run will score. Nutmeg will hold at third. 5-3 as we keep the assembly line going. There's John Renero. RBI single last time up. Thrown out, trying to stretch it into a double to allow the run to score. 1 for 2 today as he's locked in. Ozone trying to get out of the jam. Curveball away. Misses outside. Ball 1. 2-seamer screwball up and in line, dumped over third base. That is down for a hit. Nutmeg is going to score. Coming around trips, he'll score as well. 2 runs single for Renero. It's 7-3. There's Peak Physique, 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. Grounded out last time up. Ozone now rattled, but he's staying out there. No action in the Jacks bullpen here. Fastball below the knees. Ball 1. Fastball at the knees, rocketed past the shortstop into left field. Base hit right at Cracker, though. We will hold. Base is loaded now again with 2 down. Fighting Crane active. Here's Johnny Baggs, who started the inning with a walk and a run scored. He's 0 for 1. That'll do it for Barry Ozone, as with the batting around, he is pulled out in a hurry. 3 2/3 for him in his playoff debut. 12 hits given up, 7 earned runs, and a walk. On the mound, coming out of the bullpen, the ace reliever, Immaculo Spectaculo, the 25-year-old. I believe he's the best arm. He is the best arm in the Jacks bullpen. Oh, they got Stitch Gripowski. Okay. So that's the rookie they get. All right. Well, they also pick up High Eye, so they must have gotten rid of their other starter at some point. Which would have been Bellamy Upball. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, Spectacular 1-0 in the postseason. 3.52 ERA and a 1.04 whip. 3 earned runs given up in 4 appearances. 7 2/3 innings pitched, most out of the bullpen. 7 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and a batting average against of .241. Let's see if we can keep the rally going against the ace reliever. He comes in out of the bullpen only at half stamina as well, so they had to use him for emergency purposes. I'd say this classifies as that. Johnny Baggs started the inning with a walk. He's the 10th man to bat in the inning. Change up down there at the knees, called a strike, going 1. Fastball down on the way, strike called, 0-2. That's a good pitch. Fastball at the knees, line through the middle, base hit. It's past Spectacular into center. 1 run is in, second runner coming around as well. Throw coming in from Wilson is late. 2-run single for Baggs as Renero and Caldeet score. 9-3. Here's DP Turner. 1 for 2 with a single. Can we keep this going? Fastball at the knees, whiff through it, 0-1. Bad swing. And he'll pop it up off the end of the bat on the changeup. Dowler there behind the mound makes the catch, and that finally ends the inning. But 11 men come to the plate, 6 runs score. Barry Ozone is knocked out of the game. We now lead 9-3. To the 5th, Lift, Buffler, and Jackson do up. That was a great inning, though. Let's hold the lead to Kobe. Get through the 5th. And then we'll see about the 6th. We'll see. Tough Lift leading off, 1 for 2 with a single. Facing the still tense Kobe, who's now pitching with a lead for the first time today. Fastball up and in the first pitch. Turned on and hit to the gap left center. That's going to split him all the way to the deepest part of the park. It goes on the ricochet. That'll be a leadoff double for Lift. Leadoff man on here for Huffley Buffler, 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer today. Curveball down on the first pitch, taken low, ball 1. Slider down at the knees, strike called as it gets in there, 1-1. Four-seamer up and in, taken high and inside, 2-1. Change it down, rocket it to left center, trips going over. Runs it down as it holds up for him, 1 down, runner holds at second. Juice Jackson up next, 0 for 1 with the walk. Curveball down and away, in the dirt, ball 1. Four-seamer down and away, strike called at the knees, 1-1. Change up and away, chased it outside, 1-2, nice pitch from Jacoby. Four-seamer middle in, jammed him right center, hit well, trips checking it to the warning track, runs it down behind him, and that's 2 down, but that is deep enough for lift to tag for third. 2 down, runner at third. Here's Razzie Dazzler, 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Walk last time up. Four-seamer up and away, foul back, out of play, 0-1. Change it down, chased and fouled off on the chopper, 0-2. Slider away, chased and lined softly to short. Renero in, makes the catch on the liner, and we strand the runner at third. Bottom 5, it's 9-3. Cul-de-sac, JYS, and Nutmeg do up. Trips can fly, yeah, and it's now that he's juiced, his speed is basically off the charts. He's over 100 in the speed category. Dude can fly. He's like Willie Mays out there. Got the cul-de-sac leading off, 0 for 2. Popped out last time up. Facing the now 10th Spectacular. Slider taken high, misses, ball 1. Change up at the knees, skied off the end of the bat to right field. His cul-de-sac once again is going to be hitless. Dazzler makes the catch, 1 down. JYS up next, catcher 0 for 2 today. Popped out last time up. Fastball at the knees, fouled off, out of play, 0-1. Late on the swing. Fastball chased high, 0-2. Slider down, chase, chopper to short. Charging Dowler on the bare hand. Easy play, 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Kieran Nutmeg, 3 for 3. 2 singles here today, driving in 1 run and a double. Slider up and in, chased high and inside. Ball 1, 0-1. Fastball up and away, taken high, 1-1. Slider up, line to short, leaping Dowler to make the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Spectacular. Desperately needed that one. To the 6th, it's 9-3. Corman, Wilson, and Dowler do up. Jacoby's going to start the inning here against the bottom of the lineup, and we'll see how it goes. He is up at 75 pitches already, though. So, but if he does make it through, he does get a quality start, which is surprising given how rocky it was. Corman leading off, 0 for 2 today. The DH trying to start something here for the Jacks. Slider middle in on the first pitch. Grounded hard to first, right at Physique. He'll field it cleanly. Run to the bag, 1 down. Jacoby now back to neutral. That's Wilson up next, 1 for 2 with a double. Four-seamer down in the way, check swing, strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in, chop foul, out of play, 0-2. Slider up and in, chased inside, strike 3, second punch out for Jacoby, 2 down. Looking to end strong, here's rookie Dilly Dowler. 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a ground out, she's locked in. He's pulling through when it counts, indeed, that is exactly what we wanted from him. Fastball down and in, check swing inside, ball 1. Slider away, outside, 2-0. Ball down in the way, chop to third slowly, Nutmeg to her left, cuts it off, fires to first. 1-2-3 inning for Jacoby, he gets through 6 as he's going to be done. Nice pitching, Rook. Bottom 6, it's 9-3. Trips, called, Eaton, Renero do up. Surprisingly, Jacoby gets the quality start. All right, what's another example of it being ass? All right, I'm listening. Trips through to lead off for us, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Bad ball hitter active here. Slider up and away, late on the swing, 0-1. Fastball up and away, driven by Trips to the gap, left center. This is going to be extra bases. No need to worry about that one. All the way to the deepest part of the park it goes. Trips already rounding second as Wilson's just getting to it. It is going to be a triple. /3 for 4 today. Left center, like right where the bullpen starts and seats end, was 402. Barely got out. Oh, sweet fucking Jesus. No, not another one of those. I can't do it. Caldine up next. Oh, Howie. 2-run single last time up. Slider taken high. Ball 1. Change him up and in. Chased and skied down the right field line. Will that get out of play? Out of the reach of the fielders. Nice diving effort there from the first baseman. 1-1 the count as Upton gave it his all out there. He just couldn't get there. 1-1 the count to Howie. Change him up and away. Pulled. Foul. Out of play. 1-2. Fastball down and away. Popped up behind third. Dowler calling for it in shallow left. 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 12.
Next up, John Renero. 2 for 3. 2 singles. 3 RBIs. As that'll do it for Immaculo Spectaculo. He goes, 2/3 of an inning? Coming out of the bullpen is long reliever rookie Stitch Grapowski. Alrighty, rookie coming out of the bullpen here. Let's have a look at Stitch in the postseason. 1-0 with a 2.84 ERA and a 1.42 WHIP. 3 runs given up, 2 earned, 2.84 ERA. 2 appearances, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits surrendered, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts for the rookie. Batting average against .259 is actually the second highest out of the bullpen, but it's still reasonably good. Based on the locked-in Renero has 3 RBIs today already, looking for his 4th. Heater inside, misses from Stitch, ball 1. Cutter up, line through the middle, base hit for John, as that's going to be his 4th RBI of the game. It is 10-3 as Trips trots in from third. Next up, Peak Physique, 2 for 3 day for the rook. He's driven in a run on a single. Locked in currently. Okay. Change up inside, that'll miss. Ball 1 from Grapowski. Cutter down, line to center field, base hit. 2 runners are going to be on. That means surrounded will activate here for Grapowski. 3rd hit today for Physique. Here's Johnny Bags. 2-run single last time up. He's also walked. 1 for 2 today. He's back to Nutrimozo as well. Johnny may be coming out of his slump. Curveball down and in. Ripped to left field. Hit well by Johnny, but it's going to hit into the glove of Jack Cracker in front of the wall. 2 down. Good range by Jack to get to the warning track. And here's a DP Turner, 1 for 3 with a single. Popped up last time up. Fastball at the knees, chopper hard to short, right at Dowler, holding the runner, on to first. That ends the inning. 1 run in on the RBI single by John Renero, his 4th today. 10-3 to the 7th. Upton, Cracker, and Lift do up. Jacoby Dunn after 6 innings. He's got a quality start. 7 hits given up, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. It's still a quality start. It was ugly, but he got there. Jacoby shut it down the last last 2.5 innings he pitched. Upton leading off, top of the lineup, 1 for 3 with a single. Coming out of the bullpen for the Sawteeth here. It is going to be BH4, Bob Hurlington the 4th, as we do have a decently sized lead right now. BH4 in the postseason, 1 appearance, no record, a 7.71 ERA and a 2.14 WHIP. He gave up 2 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings against the Hot Corners in Game 2 of that series. 4 hits given up, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Batting average against .400 in the postseason. Fastball inside, misses from BH4, ball 1. Change it down the way. Upton grounds it hard up the middle of the short. Renero dives to his left behind the bag, makes the stop, gets up and fires. In time to first. Nice play, John. 1 down, flashing the leather and the bat today. Next up, Jack Cracker, 1 for 3 with a single. Forcing him up and away in the first pitch. Popped up foul behind the plate, over the screen. 0-1. Slider down. Chop foul, out of play, 0-2. Good chase pitch there from Hurlington. Change it down the way. Low in the dirt, 1-2. Good eye from Jack. Forcing him up and in. Chased it high, strike 3. First punch out for BH4, and he's feeling it. 2 down. Next up, tough lift, 2 for 3 with a double and a single today. He's still on fire. Slider down the way in the first pitch. Strike called on the corner, 0-1. Forcing him up and in. High and inside, 1-1. Change it down and in. Chop foul by Lift into the dugout, 1-2. Forcing him up and away. Fouled off, just got to it, 2-2. Or 1-2. Slider down, fouled off again, this time in the Sawteeth dugout. 1-2 pitch coming again. Change up and in. Lift hits it well to left center, but he got under it. Trips out for it there, deepest part of the park. calls for it in front of the warning track, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for BH4 out of the bullpen. Bottom 7, it's 10-3. Cul-de-sac, JYS, and Nutmeg due up against Grapowski. There's Kathy Cul-de-sac hitless today, 0 for 3, trying to find her footing. Cutter taken low from Grapowski, ball 1. That's inside on the cutter, 2-0. Cutter up, line through the middle, base hit for Kathy, her first postseason hit as she delivers. 1 back at the box. 1 for 4 today. Leadoff woman on in the 7th. Here's JYS, 0 for 3. Contact was lefty active here for JYS, who's also hitless today. Change up inside, strike called, 0-1. Grapowski ahead. Forkball down and in, driven deep to right field by JYS, carrying well to the wall. Lead is gone. Sawed it off into the front row over the leaping glove of Dazzler. First postseason home run for 42-year-old junior, young senior. It is 12-3 as the Sawteeth add on. Just barely got it out. Here, Nutmeg up next, 3 for 4. RBI single earlier in the game. She's also doubled and singled again. Change of away, strike called from Grapowski, 0-1. Cutter up, dumped up the middle, past the diving Dowler, off her glove actually, and that is a base hit for Nutmeg, her 4th hit today. Kira now 4 for 5, and Slash Trips coming up next. He's 3 for 4 today. He tripled last time up and scored a run. He's actually scored twice today. He's also singled twice. Fastball up on the first pitch, dumped to right center on the line, base hit for Slash. His 3rd single today. He's 4 for 5. 2 on, none down, as we're going to keep the assembly line rolling. Here's Howie Caldeet, 2 for 4. 2-run single and a double earlier in the game. Also scored twice. Surrounded active for Grapowski here. Heater up and in, turned on by Caldeet, crushed deep right center field. He sawed that one off, folks. It is gone, no doubter. Home run for Howie, his 6th of the postseason, and that makes it another double-digit lead. It is 15-3. Here's John Renero, 3 for 4, 3 singles, 4 RBIs today, as Grapowski now rattled. Cutter up and in, dumped into left field on the line, base hit. John's 4th single today, he's 4 for 5. Peak Physique up next, 3 for 4, 3 singles, and an RBI driven in for the rookie. Forkball down on the way, chopped through the middle, base hit for Physique as he puts it under the glove of Grapowski. 2 on, none down still in the inning, remember that. Johnny Baggs up next, 1 for 3, 2-run single and a walk today. Grapowski just trying to figure out how to get an out. That's not it. Change it fouled off out of play. 0-1. Please stop hanging it. Cutter middle in. 1 hopper to short. Dowler flips the second one. Buffalo to first. Late fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Here's DP Turner. 1 for 4 with the single. Now Grapowski trying to figure out how to get out of the inning. He figured out how to get an out. Cutter away. Driven deep by Turner off the end of the bat. It's going to be a sky ball to center. Renero tagging from 3rd. He's going to come in and score. It is going to be a sac fly, 16-3. First RBI for Turner, or 2nd RBI for Turner. And we batted around. Here's Kathy. Riding the horse. 1 for 4 with the single. Would have been in better taste if you weren't hitting 091, Kathy. I just want to, bear that in mind with you. Fastball up and in the first pitch. That's better. Dumped into center. Now you're hitting over 100. I'll accept it. 2 on, 2 down. That keeps the inning alive as the 11th man comes to bat this inning. Here is JYS, who homered. He's 1 for 4 today. 2-run bomb here to at the beginning of the inning. Cutter up and away, line to center field. That's dumped in for another base hit. Holding the lead runner at 3rd. Bases loaded, 2 down. JYS now locked in. Here's Kira Nutmeg, 4 for 5 today. And that'll do it for Rich Grapowski. Coming out of the bullpen, right-handed flamethrower, Elaine Munstar. Alrighty, Munstar in the postseason, 1-0, a 0 ERA and a 120 whip, 4 appearances, no runs given up, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, and batting average against a 174. This is the 3rd reliever of the 5 that they have used today. Munstar also only had half stamina, but she was locked in. Heater down the middle, 0-1 the Nutmeg. Fastball away, chopped to 2nd, right at Buffler, and that'll end the inning. But we send, 10, 11, 12 men to the plate. We score 6 times and make it 16-3 to the 8th. Buffler, Jackson, and Dazzler do up against BH4. Here's Buffler, 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer back in the 1st inning, and he's been quiet ever since. Change him up and down the first pitch. Out in front of it is Buffler. It fooled him, 0-1. Slider down in the way, chased it in the dirt, 0-2. Receiver down and in. Chop foul, a little late. Stayed alive, though. Change him up and away. Chased and fouled off. We'll do it again. Still 0-2. Slider up and in. Fouled off. We'll do it again. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Receiver away. Fouled off again as here's 8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Slider down and in. Chop back to the mound. Hurlington fields it cleanly on to first. 1 down. Good battle for Buffalo there. There's Juice Jackson 0-2 with a walk.
Juice Jackson.
Receiver down and in at the knees. Fouled off by Jack out of play. Or Juice Jackson, actually. Sorry, 0-1. Receiver down and away. Low, 1-1. Slider up and in. Inside, 2-1. Receiver middle in. Fouled off, 2-2. Change it down the way. Ripped to left field on the line. Right at cul-de-sac, though. 2 down. Base is empty for Razzie Dazzler. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk today.
Razzie Dazzler.
Receiver down on the way outside. Ball 1. Slider middle in. Whiffed on it. 1-1. BH4 locked in here. Heater middle in. Chopped to second right at Turner. He'll charge in. Make the play to first. And that is a 1-2-3 8th inning for Hurlington as he's 6 up and 6 down for him so far. Bottom 8, it's 16-3. Trips called, Eaton, Renero due up. Slash Trips leading off, 4 for 5 today. He's tripled and singled 3 times. Facing the locked-in Munstar, who's going to start the inning here. Heater away, who swung through it, 0-1. Heater up and away, line to left field hard. That is in front of the sliding glove of Cracker. Nice play to keep it in front of him, though. 5th hit for Trips today. He's 5 for 6. He's locked in as well. Here's called Eat. Triple shot of the cycle. He had a 3-run homer last time up. He's also had a 2-run single and a double. Caldeet looking for the triple to hit the cycle. Let's see if he gets it. Fastball up. Driven by Caldeet. Left center field. He got too much of it. Saws it off into the seats. 2nd homer of the game. A 3rd multi-homer game in the postseason for Howie Caldeet. And it's his 7th of the postseason. It's 18-3. Munstar no longer locked in. Here's John Renero locked in. 4 for 5 with 4 singles and 4 RBIs. Munstar down to neutral. Curveball down is chased, hit and hold a short. Backhanded by Dowler. Fires from the grass. In time. 1 down. Nice arm from Dowler. Peak Physique up next. He's 4 for 5 today. 4 singles and an RBI for the rookie. Fastball up and in. Chased high. 0-1. Fastball up. Lined up the middle. Past the diving glove of the second baseman into right center. Base hit. Physique's 5th hit today. He's also 5 for 6, and he's on fire now. Johnny Baggs up next, 1 for 4 with a single walk and 2 RBIs. He is tense again. Trying to get out of his slump here. Heater up, line to center field, hit well, but it is going to be right at Wilson for the 2nd out. Next up, DP Turner, 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI today.
DP Turner.
Sack fly last time up, hitting the hole to short. Dowler there on the backhand, fires the first in time to end the inning, but a 2-run bomb from Howie Caldeet makes it 18-3. He now has a multi-homer game. To the 9th, Corman, Wilson, and Dowler go up against BH4, who's going to start the 9th. There's Corman, 0 for 3 today. Grounded out twice and lined out once. Peter down and in the first pitch, hitting the hole to short. Renero over to his right, backhands cleanly. Fires across the first. In time, 1 down. Next up is Batch Wilson, 1 for 3 with a double today.
Batch Wilson.
Change it down and in on the first pitch, inside on the check swing, ball 1. Receiver up and away, fouled off, 1-1. Just gets over the screen there. Slider down and away, hit off the end of the bat to center. Tripp's already calling for it in medium depth. Barely has to move, back a step. Makes the catch, 2 down. Last chance for the Jackson game 1 is Dilly Dowler. Rookie 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch, no longer locked in. Slider up on the first pitch, out in front of it, fooled her, 0-1. Forcing it down and in, check swing low, 1-1. Change it down and away. Line to third, right at nutmeg, 1-2-3, 9th inning for Hurlington. He goes 9 up and 9 down here to slam the door as he gets the 3-inning save. Sawteeth win easily in game 1, 18-3. We started off being down 3-0, and then we rallied and scored 18 unanswered. Crushed the Jackson game 1. We're 1 win away from the title. Hitless today for the Jacks, Juice Jackson and Clutch Corman. They had a 3-run homer for Huffley Buffler. That was it. That was back in the first inning. For us, everybody got a hit today. 2 homers today for Howie Caldini. He drives in 7 runs. 1 RBI for Kieran Nutmeg on a single. 4 for John Renero on 4 different singles. Peak Physique and RBI single. Johnny Bags had a 2-run single as well. DP Turner had a sac fly, and JYS had a 2-run homer. Loss goes to Barry Ozone, 3 2/3. 12 hits given up, 9 earned runs, 1 walk in his only postseason start, 0-1. Spectacular, Kropowski, and Munstar combined for, let's see, that's 2 2/3, 2, 3 1/3, 4 1/3 innings out of the bullpen. And they give up a combined, let's see, 16 hits and 9 earned runs. Jesus. For us, Jacoby, 6 innings in his playoff debut. Quality starts, 7 hits given up, 2 walks, a hit batsman, 3 earned runs on a homer, and 2 strikeouts. He improves to 1-0. BH4 throws the 3 innings save, 9 up and 9 down, striking out 1 batter for his first career postseason save. With that, we have Game 1 in the books. We're up 1-0. Caldini, the player of the game, with 7 RBIs, triple shy of the cycle. He homered twice. John Renero, 4 RBIs driven in on 4 singles. He also scored twice. And then third place is Slash Trips with a 5-hit day. He scored 4 times there in the second slot in the lineup. Never drove in a run, but he got on base, and that's what I needed. All right, we're 1 win away from history. He needs to save. He threw 3 scoreless innings of relief to slam the door. It's just a cheap way to do it. He did. He had a 10-plus run cushion. You're right. That's just an easy way to, pad the stats, make more money in free agency. The fuck you mean it's safe? Hey, look, I'm not arguing with you that it's stupid, but it's funny. All right, Game 2, we're going to be on the road here, going to Battery Bay, which so far, of the stadiums I've seen, it is my favorite so far. I've yet to see Whackers, which is the Crocodile's home stadium, and I've yet to see the Herbisaur Stadium as well, so we're getting to those 2. But judging by what I'm being told that it's a remake of Shaka, I'm not going to like the Herbisaur's new stadium. Maybe I'll like the design, but I'm not going to like the field dimensions. Pitching matchup for Game 2, rookie Cecil Sawyer on the mound, our number 3, 1-0 with a 10.80 ERA and a 2.60 whip. Got the win in his first postseason start. Game 1 against the Hot Corners. And on the mound for the Jacks is left-hander Donk O, their number 3, 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA and a 1 whip. He also has metalhead, so there is a slight chance that he won't get injured if he gets hit with a line drive. Lineup will send out for Game 2 here, leading off Slash Trips in center. Johnny Bags, Tense in right field, batting second. Peak Physique batting third at first. Locked in. Batting fourth, locked in shortstop John Renero. Batting fifth, locked in left field, Howie Caldini. Batting sixth, catcher Junior Young Sr. Definitely almost had a stroke right there. Batting seventh, third baseman Kieran Nutmeg, and getting the start at second base will be Goose Caboosler, who will play in for DP Turner. Actually, I want DP Turner to slot in here against the lefty. I want Caboosler off the bench as the pinch hitter. And I'm also going to take Hanzo Majiko and put him in left field. And I'm going to move Caldini back to right, because Bags is just not hitting well, so I want him out of the lineup. I know he's not doing particularly well, but at the same time, it is what it is. I'm going to put Nutmeg here in the 2. I'm going to move Majiko all the way down here under all the big guys. He'll be batting 7th. I'll still have him bat ahead of DP because he's faster. And then Sawyer's going to bat number 9 on the mound. Let's get it on. Game 2 coming at you. Oh, yeah, like we're in a panic. Fair enough, fair enough. Alrighty, Battery Bay. And it's under the lights. Ooh, I haven't seen this stadium under the lights. It looks awesome. The only time I played here was a day game. And that, of course, was in the Heaters franchise.
Welcome to Game 2 of the League Championship.
That looks awesome. Love the amusement park in the background there, all lit up. Ooh, nice ominous thing on a snake, too. Trips, Nutmeg, and Physique up first here again. Sorry about that. Definitely just dropped my controller on the floor.
The center fielder, number 3.
Yep, definitely just dropped my controller. Slash Trips leading off, 467 average, 2 homers, and a couple RBIs here in the postseason. I believe it's 6. He'll be the first batter to face Donk O, who was the ace of the Jacks back in SMB 3. Where is old Donk? Where are you, Donkey? Donkey. Former Platypi hurler, 1-0 with a 2.45 ERA and a 1 whip. He was transferred to the Jacks in the expansion draft in SMB 3. He became their ace. 3 earned runs given up in 2 starts here in the postseason. 11 earned innings pitched, 6 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 5 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Batting average against for him 154. So O was not supposed to start this game. He was supposed to start game 3, but he's pitching on 1 day less rest because they didn't want Alberto Roberto to start, which I understand. I understand completely. So he is still the ace here. Trips ready, 8 RBIs. Okay, let's get it on, Donk. Bring it on. Curveball up and away, caught the high corner, 0-1. Trips no longer juiced, and he's also not locked in. Chased outside, pulled foul, 0-2 on the changeup there from O. Curveball inside, turned on by Slash, hit well to left center, tracking it Cracker. He runs it down, 1 out. Next up, Kira Nutmeg, third baseman hitting .552. 6 RBIs in the postseason for Kira, coming off a 4-hit day in Game 1 of the series. Screwball, changeup taken low, ball 1. Slider away, chopped to short, right at Dowler. Easy play for the rookie, 2 down. Base is empty for Peak Physique. First baseman locked in, coming off a 5-hit game in Game 1, hitting .600, 3 homers, 9 RBIs here in the postseason. Changeup up and in, ripped hard and foul, out of play, 0-1. Good eye. A little early on the swing. Fastball inside, lined up the middle, base hit. Physique on with a 2-out knock, as that'll keep the first inning alive here for the cleanup hitter. John Renero, actually, shortstop, hitting .600. Locked in with 2 homers, 9 RBIs. He came off a 4 RBI day in Game 1 with 4 singles. John looking to keep it going any way he can. Curveball outside, misses from O, ball 1. Change it down and in, fouled off, 1-1. O's not a particularly hard thrower. He's not really got the best junk either. It's just average at best, but he knows how to place his pitches, and that sets him apart from the rest of the Jacks rotation. Heater up and away, fouled off, out of play, 1-2. As a collective whole, the Jacks rotation doesn't throw particularly hard. Alberto Roberto has no juice. He's like 40 years old almost. Bellamy Yetball's a position player that's turned into a pitcher. He's been buffed a little bit. And then, as you all saw, Barry Ozone, he doesn't know how to throw hard. This could pass as a Major League Park. I agree, one boy, and I love it as well. One of my new faves for sure. Slider down, fouled off. That will get out of play over the backstop, I believe. Yes, it will. Stays alive at 1-2 for Renero. Curveball out in front of it, the knee, strike 3, and that ends the inning. First punch out for O. Bottom 1 were scoreless. Log Freely will lead us off. He didn't play in Game 1, followed by Tough Lift, the catcher, and Huffley Buffler, the second baseman, against rookie Cecil Sawyer, the southpaw. Freely leading off, right fielder hitting only .118 in the postseason. 1 RBI. He sat out Game 1 to fix his mojo. Inside pitch for the veteran outfielder. Lineup for the Jacks here in Game 2. Let's have a look at him real quick. Let's try that. After Freely, catcher Tough Lift, who's still on fire. Then second baseman Huffley Buffler. Batting 4th, third baseman Juice Jackson. Batting 5th in center again, Razzie Dazzler. She moves over from right. Jack Cracker in left again, batting 6th. Yo-Yo Yamamoto gets the start at first base in Game 2. He'll bat 7th as Upton goes to the bench. Batting 8, rookie shortstop Dilly Dowler. And batting 9th, locked-in pitcher Donk O. All right, Sawyer in the postseason. 1 start, 1-0. He has a 10.80 ERA and a 2.60 whip. 6 earned runs given up in that start through 5 innings, but he got the victory because we scored, I believe, ended up scoring 22 in that game. 5 innings pitched, 11 hits surrendered, 2 homers, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Batting average against 440 on the year. Four-seamer away on the first pitch outside. Ball 1. Slider down in the dirt. Low, 2-0. A little wild to start today, Cecil. Cutter middle in, almost middle in. It's down the middle. Grounded into right field. Past the diving Physique. That's a base hit. Freely on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Tough Lift, the catcher, who's on fire. 2 hits in Game 1, hitting .370, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. He also scored once. Cutter up and in on the first pitch. Fouled off as it jammed him out of play. 0-1, a little late. Change it middle away. Driven to center field, hit pretty well by Lift, carrying well, trips retreating to the warning track, runs it down for the first out. Nice speed there from Slash in center. 1 down, runner at first. Here comes the 3-hitter, Huffley Buffler. He had a 3-run homer in Game 1. That was the only offense the Jacks had. That was back in the first inning. hitting .292 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs in the postseason. Four-seamer up on the first pitch. Check swing strike called at the letters. 0-1. Slider down, taken low. 1-1. Cutter up and in. Fouled off. 1-2 into the dugout as Sawteeth players get out of the way. Change it down and away. Driven off the end of the bat to right center field. Hit pretty well. Trips tracking it. And it's over the fence into the first row. Another big-time jack there for Huffley Buffler. Second homer of the final series. And it's the second homer in the first inning. It's 2-0. All 5 runs in the league championship finals for the Jacks had come off a home run by Buffler. Barely got out. Juice Jackson up next, hitting .346, 1 homer, 3 RBIs for the third baseman as Sawyer's tense. Cutter down and away, chopped in the hole to third, and McDives to her left, knocks it down. Renero backs her up, but there's no chance. Infield single for JJ. We have 1 runner on at first, 1 down for Razzie Dazzler, the center fielder, hitting .182, 1 RBI here in the postseason. Fastball up in the first pitch, taken high, ball 1. Cutter down, strike called at the knees, 1-1. Change it down the way, check swing strike called, 1-2. Tough out activates for Dazzler here. Slider up, ripped to left field on the line. Majiko there, now in. Left fielder makes the catch, 2 down. Left fielder Jack Cracker up next in the 6th slot, hitting .300, 2 RBIs in the postseason. He also scored a run here in the series. Had 1 hit in game 1. Heater down on the way, taken low, ball 1. Slider middle in, grounded to short. Renero there to his left, cuts it off, fires to first. In time to end the inning. The Jacks take a lead again in the first inning. 2-run homer this time by Huffley Buffler. To the second, it's 2-0. Called Eat, JYS, and Majiko due up. Can we respond? Now we called Eat leading off, right fielder locked in. Coming off a multi-homer game in game 1, .367 average, 7 homers, 18 RBIs. He finished a triple shy of the cycle and drove in 7 runs. See how he fares against the lefty southpaw Donko, who's also locked in. Heater outs, change up outside, misses from O, ball 1. Change it down on the way, pulled by Called Eat along the line to right, but right at Freely, 1 down.
The catcher, number 44.
Hey, there's the homer emoji, love to see it. JYS up next, catcher homered in the first game, he had 2 hits. Hitting .238 with a homer, 3 RBIs, I believe he ended up finishing 2 for 5. Slider up in the first pitch, fouled off, 0-1. Contact versus lefty active here. Heater up and away, dumped up the middle on the ground, base hit. First hit today for us in the second inning. 1 on, 1 down. JYS locked in. Here's Hanzo Majiko, the left fielder, getting his first at bat of the postseason, starting for cul-de-sac in left field, as neither Horn nor Johnny Bags are hitting well, so I want Majiko out there for the fielding. Because really, what's the difference? Change of outside, misses, ball 1. Maybe Hanzo will go ham today. I would like to see him do it. Curveball up and away, caught the high corner, 1-1. Change it down, pulled foul. Hanzo out in front, 1-2. Heater up, line to right center field, sinking quickly. Dazzler gets there, though, for the second out.
The second baseman,
1 down, 2 down runner at first. Here's DP Turner, the second baseman, hitting .350, 6 RBIs in the postseason. O locked in again after getting the fly out. Curveball middle in is hangs, and it's popped up. It got me out on the front foot again. Buffler out on the pop fly, out in shallow right. Makes the catch to end the inning. Bottom 2, it's still 2-0. Yamamoto, Dowler, and O. Bottom of the lineup up for the Jacks. Here's Yo-Yo Yamamoto. He sat out game 1. First baseman hitting .250 in the postseason with 2 RBIs. Fastball way outside, ball 1. He's in there for downtown Upton here today. Change it down and then rip the left field, base hit. Leadoff single here for the Jacks in the second as Yamamoto on. Here's Dilly Dowler, rookie shortstop. Hitless in the first game, but she did reach on a hit by pitch. Hitting .286 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Sawyer now tense. Fastball down and away, check swing strike called, 0-1. Cutter down and in, check swing strike called, 0-2. Change up away. Fouled off, out of play, 0-2. Cutter down and away, chased up the first base line, foul ball, 0-2. Slider up and in, chased it, strike 3, first punch out for Sawyer, 1 down. Next up, Donko, pitcher hitting 4 for 5 in the postseason with an RBI. He's also locked in. Solid hitting numbers for O. We'll see if they have him bunt here. Cutter up and in, bunt shown, drop down in front of the plate. JYS out of the crouch, fires the first. Sacrifice successful, 2 down. Yamamoto in scoring position for Log Freely. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored as he scored on the homer by Buffler in the first inning. Slider down and away in the first pitch, outside. Ball 1. Cutter up and away. Freely cracks it, left center field, hit well, but he got under it. Trips going back in front of the warning track, puts it away, and that ends the inning. To the third, it's 2-0 as we strand the runner. Sawyer trips and nutmeg, due up against Donko. Here's Sawyer, the pitcher, first career at bat here in the series. Let's see how it goes. He's got decent hitting ratings for a pitcher, good speed as well. Change up down and in, strike called from O, ball 1. Change up and in, fouled off, 0-2. Fastball up and in, whiffed on it, strike 3. Second punch out for O, 1 down. Slash Trips up next, 0 for 1 today. Rally starter and bad ball hitter active here as his contact's over 100 now. Fastball up and in, and change up and in, taken high, ball 1. Slider away, caught the corner, 1-1, nice pitch from O. Change up at the knees, out in front of it, 1-2. Definitely got me on that one. Curveball down and then turned on by Slash Trips, cracked left field, carrying to the bullpen. Saws it off as it lands in the Sawteeth pen in left field. Third postseason home run for Slash Trips, first here in the league championship finals. Sawteeth on the board. It is 2-1 as the offensive captain comes through.
The third baseman, number 15.
Homer, 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 indeed. Kieran Nutmeg up next, 0 for 1 today. Lined out first time up. Fastball low, ball 1. Change up at the knees, ripped hard and foul out in front, 1-1. Curveball in the dirt, taken, 2-1 as it bounces. O no longer locked in. Change it down, out in front, Nutmeg early, it's still 2-2. Change it down and in, pulled foul, we'll do it again, still 2-2. O still got me out on his front foot. Slider chased in the dirt, slow roller to short, Dowler charges, makes the play, 2 down. Next up, Peak Physique. Rookie first baseman's on fire. He singled his first time up. 1 for 1. Change him away, dumped to third. Jackson reaches up to catch the soft liner, and that ends the inning. Solo home run for Slash Trips, though, as we're on the board. 2-1 to the bottom of the third. Lift, Buffler and Jackson. Hard to line up for the Jacks here against Sawyer. There's tough lift, 0 for 1 today, and locked in after he flew out to center his first time up. Fastball down and in is low, ball 1. Change it down, taken low, 2-0. Cutter middle, up and in, strike called, 2-1. Force him down in the way, low and outside, 3-1. Slider inside, misses from Sawyer, ball 4. First walk for him today. Leadoff man on for Buffler. 2-run homer for Buffler in the first inning, he's 1 for 1. Force him down and in the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Slider away, check swing, strike called, 0-2. Change up, ripped to left field on the line, hit well. Majiko retreating, makes the catch on the liner, 1 out. Lift still at first after the leadoff walk. 1 down for Juice Jackson, 1 for 1 with an infield single. Hard ground to third, that hit off the glove of Nutmeg. Cutter down in the way in the first pitch, strike called at the knees, 0-1. Forcing her up and in, turned on by JJ down the line, no doubt about that one. That is a large jack for JJ as it's off the roof of the bullpen and out of the stadium. JJ, Juice Jackson goes yard for the first time in the series, second of the postseason. It is 4-1. Second homer of the day for the Jacks. Razzie Dazzler up next, 0 for 1 and tense today. Sawyer still tense as well. Slider inside, misses, ball 1. Forcing her down in the way, line to second, over the leaping Turner's glove, base hit to right field. She's on with 1 down to keep the inning going as she's back to neutral. Here's Jack Cracker, 0 for 1 and tense. Forcing her away, way off the glove of JYS on the wild pitch, and that is going to be an advancement for the runner, Dazzler in scoring position. Change it down and then is inside and low, 2-0. Cutter down in the way is low, 3-0. Slider up and in, taken high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Sawyer. We do have Fuller if we go to game 3. That is right, one boy. We did save him. Yamamoto up 1-for-1 with a single. Fastball at the knees on the first pitch. Fouled off into the dugout of the Jacks as they duck out of the way. 0-1. Cutter up and in. Taken high. 1-1. Change it down and away. Low and outside. 2-1. Slider away. Fouled off. 2-2. Cutter down and in. Strike 3 called at the knees. Second punch out for Sawyer. 2 down. Here's Dilly Dollar. Rookie 0-for-1. Cutter up and in on the first pitch. Check swing strike. 0-1. Change it down and away. Check swing strike. 0-2. Slider away. Chased it outside. Strike 3. Back-to-back case for Sawyer to end the inning. 3 on the day now, and that'll do it. But a 2-run bomb for Juice Jackson. 4-1 to the 4th. Renero, Caldeet, and JYS do up, and those are the first runs scored by the Jacks here this episode, not by a man named Huffley Buffler. But all the runs have scored on a home run. John Renero up next, 0-for-1 today. No longer locked in, trying to figure out a way to figure this out. Change up and in, strike called, 0-1. Can John start the rally? Let's see. Curveball at the knees, he struck out on it the first time, and this time he'll pop it up to left. Cracker in a few steps, makes the catch. 1 down. Now we call Deed up next, 0-for-1 with the fly out. He's locked in. Fastball up and in, taken high, ball 1. Change up, line through the middle as it gets by O's face. Base hit for Howie, his first hit today. He's 1-for-2. Runner on, 1 down. Sawteeth looking to answer. Here's JYS, 1-for-1 with a single. Contact versus lefty still active. No longer locked in as he got that wild pitch by him last inning. Change it down the way. Pulled on the ground to third. Jackson the second 1. Buffalo to first. Double play, and that ends the inning. O stamps the rally. Bottom 4. It's 4-1. O, Freely and Lift do up. There's Donk O. Sack bunt his first time up. No official at bat yet today. Still locked in. Fastball for the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Cutter down. Chop foul out of play, 0-2. Four-seamer up and in. Chased it, strike 3. 4th punch out for Sawyer, 3rd in a row. 1 down, here's Freely, 1-for-2 with a single. Slider up on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Cutter down in the waist, whiffed on it, 0-2, late on the swing. Change it down, chopped through the middle, off the glove of Sawyer behind the plate. He'll recover. Fire to first in time. Nice recovery, Cecil. 2 down. Good speed there from the pitcher. Here's tough lift. 0-for-1 with the walk. Cutter down on the first pitch away. Strike called on the corner. 0-1. Forcing it down and in. Line at the middle on the ground. Base hit. Lift second hit today, or first hit today. He's 1-for-3. There's Buffler. 1-for-2 with the 2-run homer today. Cutter up and away in the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in. Buffler pops it up foul. That's going to stay in play. JYS there in front of the backstop makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Sawyer puts up a 0 in the 4th. To the 5th, it's 4-1. Majiko, Turner, and Sawyer do up. Here's Majiko leading off, 0-for-1 with a fly out his first time up. Curveball inside. Strike called in the middle corner, 0-1. Heater away, strike called, 0-2. O ahead. Fastball at the knees, skied to right center off the bat. Nice little fly ball pop up for Freely, 1 down. Next up, DP Turner, he's 0-for-1. Slider up and away, line to left center. That's in down for extra bases as it rolls all the way to the fence in left center. DP Turner going to be on with a 1-out double here as Dazzler gets it in. Good rip there by DP. Got it over the shortstop's glove. O no longer locked in. Here's Cecil Sawyer, the pitcher, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Cecil. It's Cecil. Come on, guys. Infield in play in the bunt. What if I'm not bunting? Slider ripped to right center. Hit well, but it's going to hang up for Freely. 2 down. Damn. Donk is more like Dink tonight. Yeah, it seems like it. There's Slash Trips. Solo homer last time up. 1-for-2. Rally starter not active here. Trips hit a homer off it last time. Locked in right now, trying to get a run in. Heater away, strike called on the outside corner, 0-1. Slider up and in, line to left center, looking to get down. It will in front of Cracker, coming around Turner. Here's the throw. It is just late. RBI single for Slash. It's 4-2.
Number 50.
Good job, Slash. There you go, Captain. Keep it alive for Nutmeg, 0-2. Pitch out, nothing doing on the fastball. Heater down and away, strike called, 1-1. Pitch out again, 2-1. Slider up and in. Sky to behind second. Buffler going out for it, runs it down to end the inning. RBI single for Trips here, 4-2 to the bottom of the fifth. Jackson, Dazzler, and Cracker do up against Sawyer. Juice Jackson up, 2-run homer last time up. He's also singled today. Locked in. Change it down and in, that's low, ball one. All right, slow it down, Cecil. Forcing it down in the way. Pulled to third. Nutmeg dives to her left, cuts it off on a hop. Nice play, Kira. On to first, one down. You love it. Making Dazzler 1-for-2 with a single. Last time up. Cutter inside, misses. Ball one. Slider up and away. Check swing strike. 1-1. Forcing him down and away. Fouled off. 1-2. Tough out active. Change it down and in. Grounded to third, right at Nutmeg. Fields it cleanly on to first. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Jack Cracker, 0-for-1 with a walk last time up. Forcing her down and away in the first pitch. Chop to third. High hopper. Nutmeg cuts it off to her left. And she'll make all 3 outs this inning. 1-2-3 inning for Sawyer in the fifth. To the sixth, that's 4-2. Hard lineup up for the Sawteeth. Physique, Vernero, and Called Eat. This is the time to start it, boys. Let's do it. Physique leading off, 1-for-2 with a single today. Still locked in. Curveball in there at the letters away, 0-1. Slider middle in, ripped by Physique into the left center. Down, but cut off by Dazzler for a base hit. Second hit for Physique today, he's 2-for-3. Lead off man on. Here's John Renero, 0-for-2. John popped out last time up, he's also struck out today. There's that curveball that's done it to him today. Strike called at the knees inside, 0-1. Slider away in the check swing. Good hold by John, 1-1. Change up out in front of it, damn it. Out the knees, 1-2. Change up and away, pulled foul, 1-2. Curveball at the knees, hard grounded to short. Dowler to second, 1. Buffler to first. Double play, and Renero's been retired on the curveball all 3 times he's been at bat today. 2 down, bases empty for Howie. Called Eat, 1-for-2 with a single. Fastball up, blew it by Howie, chased it, 0-1. Change up and in, rip foul, 0-2. Curveball away, Called Eat goes with it off the end of the bat down the line. That is going to hang up for Cracker, though, as that's a 1-2-3 6th inning for O, thanks to the double play ball. He's on a quality start right now. We'll see if they let him bat here in the bottom of the 6th. It's bottom of the lineup up for the Jacks here. Yamamoto, Dowler, and O. Yo-Yo Yamamoto leading off, 1-for-2 with a single last time up. Fastball up, check swing strike called, 0-1. O has not hit 60 pitches yet, but he is pitching on 1 day less rest, so he is tired. Slider down and away, strike called at the knees, 0-2. Change it down and in, grounding in the hold is short. Renero over on the backhand, fires to first. In time, 1 down. Nice play, John. Dilly Dowler up next. Rookie 0-for-2 today. Struck out last time up. Slider down at the knees. Hard grounded to first. Physique to his right backhands. Runs to the bag. Wins the foot race. 2 down. Base is empty for Donko. 0-for-1 today with a strikeout last time up and a sac bunt today. Pinch hitter coming. O done after 6 quality innings. He gives up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and he struck out, I believe, 2 batters. Good day for Donk as he's in line for the victory. Ace came out and did what he needed to do to keep his team in it. Pinch hitting his first baseman downtown Upton, hitting only a $154 in the postseason. He had 1 hit in game 1. That's it. Heater up, strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away, strike called, 0-2. Cutter down and in, low in the dirt, 1-2. Good eye. Change it down and in. Fouled off. Upton stays alive. Four-seamer up and away. High, 2-2. Slide her down and away. In the dirt. 3-2. Cut her down and in. Hit the third base line. Fair ball up the line. Good hit there by Upton as he found the line. Pinch hit single. Keeps the inning alive here with 2 down. Sawyer approaching the 80 pitch mark on the day. Here's Log Freely. 1 for 3 with a single. Four-seamer away at the knees. Chop back to the mound on the first pitch. Sawyer barehands the first in time to end the inning. Coming out of the bullpen is Keisha Mushara, one of the 2 relievers to not pitch in Game 1 of the series. As they used long reliever Stritch Gripowski, Immaculate Spectacular, and Elaine Munstar, all 3 of which are at 50% stamina or lower coming into this game. So Mushara is going to be the first one out of the pen. The other pitcher they didn't use was their closer, Chico Lapata. To the 7th, it's 4-2. JYS, Majiko, Turner, and the pitcher slot due up 4th. Sawyer's done after 6 innings anyway, guys. Good outing for Sawyer. Outside the 2 home runs, he pitched really well. He's just not going to get a quality start for it. JYS leading off, 1 for 2 with a single today. Leading off against right-hander Keisha Mushara. Mushara moved to the Jacks in SMB3. She's from the B-Wolves bullpen, I believe. Mushara, no record, a 0 ERA and an 0.94 whip. No runs given up in 2 appearances here in the postseason of 5 1/3 innings. 4 hits surrendered, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Not the batting average against a 200. Lowest batting average against in the bullpen. Did not expect that for how low her ratings are. She is only a C+, I believe. C+? C-, even worse. Gave her too much credit there. Interesting choice for the bullpen. Let's see if this goes well. Yeah, pretty good stats for her ratings. That's very true. She's pitching above her rating level in the playoffs for sure. Let's see. I'll check how she did in the regular season in a second here. First pitch change up and away is high for ball 1 to JYS. Let's see. How'd she do in the regular season? Oh, there it is. No record. 7.27 ERA and a 1.85 whip. She's just pitching well in the postseason. She was a mop-up woman at best. All right, that's what I expect. She has the elite changeup, so that explains why she went to it on the first pitch here to JYS. Fastball down the middle, fouled off. 1-1. Changeup up and away, dumped to left field off the end of the bat. That is going to get in over the diving Dowler's glove. Base hit for JYS. It ain't pretty, Junior, but I'll take it. Here's Hanzo Majiko, 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Trying to figure out how to hit. Sorry, Hanzo, might take a little bit more than 1 game to figure that out for you. Fastball down and then low, ball 1. Fastball in the dirt, bounces. 2-0 the count to Hanzo. Check swing up and in. Good take. 3-0. That was inside. Fastball up and away. Ball 4. First 2 batters reach in the inning. Sawteeth had the tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate and DP Turner. 1 for 2 with a double. It's starting. Let's see if we can keep it going. DP doubled last time up. Scored a run as well. Change away. Hard chopper through the middle on the first pitch. Off the diving Dowler's glove into no man's land. JYS coming around third. The slow-footed 42-year-old's going to score. RBI single for Turner. It's 4-3. Runners at the corners, and we're pinch hitting for Sawyer. Sawyer going to finish 0 for 2 at the plate today. We'll take a look at his pitching stat line in a minute. You know what time it is. It's time for the big man, Goose Kaboosler, the pinch hitting specialist off the bench. Coming in to rip. Let's go, Goose. Rookie 24-year-old will get the at-bat here. Sawyer goes 6 innings, gives up 4 runs on 2 homers, 8 hits, 2 walks, and he struck out, I believe, 4 today. Very good outing for Cecil. No quality start, though, unfortunately, because of the home run balls. He is in line for the loss right now, but if those 2 runners on base score, he's in line for the win. Goose Kaboosler off the bench, 24-year-old in the postseason. Got to stand up to see his stat line, unfortunately, because there's a stupid bowl here on this edge. Let me move this down here. Oh, hang on. Got the cord stuck. There we go. 333 batting average, 1 homer, 1 RBI. He has pinch perfect active here. Got the boost. Hey, Bobcat, welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you again, buddy. Yeah, we won first game 18-3. That is right, 18-3. Thank you for the recap. 2 on, none down for Kaboosler. Pinch hitting against Mushara. Chased it outside on the fastball. Good pitch from Mushara, 0-1. Fastball up and in. Broken bat, pop up the first. 1 down. Slash trips up next, 2 for 3. Solo homer and an RBI single today. Right man to have up here in this situation. Infield still in. Fastball taken at the knees, 0-1. Fastball middle in, ripped by Trips over the infielders, into the gap, right center. It's going all the way to the wall. Tying run is in. Going to third is Turner. He's going to be sent. Coming around. Relay throw from Dowler is late. And Slash Trips with the 2-run triple, living up to his name. The captain has delivered 4 of the 5 runs today. We have the lead. And coming out of the bullpen in the immediate emergency relief, it's Immaculo Spectaculo. As they put Mushara in to try and preserve the lead, and it backfired badly. Taking out after only 4 batters. And only getting 1 out. Coming out of the bullpen, Spectacular. 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA and a 1.07 whip. 4 earned runs given up in 5 appearances. 9 in the third innings pitched. Still the most on the bullpen. 9 hits surrendered. 1 walk, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, and 5 strikeouts. Batting average against .250 for Spectacular. Hey, come in. Welcome in, Lawai. Welcome in. I saw you sneak in there, buddy. You need to test more? Ooh, what'd you do? I'm intrigued. Nutmeg up. I believe she's hitless today. Spectacular trying to get out of the inning. Infield in. Slider up and away. Caught the corner. 0-1. Nice pitch there. Fastball up and away. Dumped by Nutmeg down the line, but out of play. 0-2. Fastball up. Dumped through the middle. Past Spectacular's glove. Base hit. Nutmeg drives in a run. It's 6-4 as Tripp scores. Keep it going, lads. Keep it going. Peak Physique up next. Rookie 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Open Test Manager found a task running in the background, eating 7% RAM. Oh my god. Alright, you cut it, ran an exhibition game, and I think it went better. 60 frames when pitching. That's good. That's good. That's solid right there. No flicker either. Ooh, even better. I love it. Alright, so yeah, just make sure you keep your tasks closed when you're playing the game, and maybe it'll work out for you. It sounds like it. No going into the Matrix either. Perfect. Excellent. That's what I love to hear. See, a little R&D here helps you out. Yeah, you can't have anything running. I learned that the hard way too. Zeke up 2 for 3. Slider crosses up the catcher. Digging for second. Nutmeg. She'll beat the throw from lift. 0-1 the count here to Physique. Fastball in the dirt. Chopper back to the mound. Spectacular fires the third. Nutmeg going to be thrown out at second. I forgot there was 1 out. 2 down. Fielder's choice. Here's Renero. 0 for 3. Renero has... Alright, he has struck out on a curveball. Flown out on a curveball. And he has hit into a double play on a curveball. But the best part is, Spectacular doesn't throw a curveball. Has to be steam in the game. Yep, steam in the game. That's the minimum you have to do. Make sure no downloads are running, as he'll line that changeup back up the middle. Renero's first hit today. He's 1 for 4. 2 on, 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 77.
Here's called Eat, 1 for 3 with a single. Howie trying to keep it going. He's locked in. Changeup down and in. Check swing low. Good eye. Ball 1. Spectacular tense. Fastball up, lined into left field, base hit past the shortstop, into the gap. It's extra bases. Coming around is the lead runner. He's going to score. Second runner coming around is Physique. For Renero, it's a 2-run double for Howie. It's 8-4. Batted around. We're back to JYS. Fighting Crane active. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Let's actually go. Change it down, fouled off. The offense has awoken. 0-1. Slider down in the way, dump to right center. That's going to sink in front of Dazzler. Coming around is Khalid. He's going to score. 9-4. Sawteeth have scored 7 in the inning. Here's Majiko, 0 for 2 with a walk. Kept the rally going. He also scored a run. Changeup taken high on the check swing. Ball 1. Good eye from Hanzo. Slider down and in, line to short, right at Dowler. That's going to end the inning. But 11 batters come to the plate. We score 7 times and take the lead 9-4. Coming out of the bullpen. All right, let's see if you can get it locked down here. We're going to go ahead and give it to, you know what, based on performance, Grace Lupinovich. Bottom 7, it's 9-4. Lift, Buffler, and Jackson due up. Tough lift, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk today. Only downside is Grace is going to have to bat next inning, but you know what? At this point, with a 5-run lead, I don't care. I need the pitcher in that I know can slam the door. Grace 1-0 with a 1.59 ERA and an 0.35 WHIP, 1 earned run, 3 appearances in the postseason, 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 6 strikeouts, and a batting average against the 105, best out of the bullpen. Fastball away in the first pitch, fouled off by Lift, out of play, 0-1. Lift locked in here. Cutter up and in, taken high, 1-1. Specialist active here for Lupinovich. Curveball down and in, taken, 2-1. Change it down in the way. Popped up off the end of the bat into shallow center. That's going to be a base hit. Perfect placement for Lift. He's on with a leadoff single. Buffler up next, 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer back in the first inning. Curveball up and away in the first pitch. Hanger fouled off, thankfully, 0-1. Let's go, Grace. Cutter down in the way. Chased it low, 0-2. Specialist still active for Grace here against the righty. Change it down and in. Ripped foul, out of play, 0-2. Four-seamer inside. Misses, 1-2. Cutter down in the way. Fouled off, out of play. Still 1-2. Curveball down in the way. Chased it outside, strike 3. First punch up for Grace, 1 down. Here's Juice Jackson, 2 for 3. 2-run homer in the 4th inning, I believe. Or was it the 3rd? It was the 3rd inning. He's also singled today, 2 for 3. Cutter down in the way in the first pitch outside. Ball 1. Specialist still active here for Grace against the righty. Heater inside, misses, 2-0. Curveball down in the way in the dirt, 3-0. All right, Grace, calm down. Receiver down and in, strike called, 3-1. Cutter middle away. Chopped in the hole to third. Nutmeg over. Cuts it off. Fires to second. 1. Turner to first. Double play. You love to see it around the horn. To the 8th. It's 9-4. Turner, Lupinovich, and Trips due up. Atta girl, Grace. Atta girl. I don't trust towers, Grace. You got to get the job done for me. We're sorry for how you were treated by the devs in the boost up in 4, Grace, but you're still as great as ever. Turner up 2 for 3, double single and an RBI. Which is weird because if you guys remember in the SMB3 playthrough, she did horribly for me and I had to cut her in like year 3. So, and she was young back then. She was only 24 to start that series. Now she's 36. Nice to see her get some redemption arc here. Slider hangs on the first pitch to Turner. He'll sky it to left center, but he missed it off the end of the bat on the contact swing. Didn't have time to load the power as Dazzler makes the catch, 1 down.
Number 35, Grace Lupinovich.
Actual deep dive. Nice. I'll got to read that. Send me the link. I'll read it. Lupinovich up. First at bat in the postseason for Grace. Fastball at the knees. And Grace gets a base hit. Look at that. Oh, wait. Dazzler can throw her out. Oh, shit. Good hustle, Grace. Good hustle.
Number 3, Trips.
Trips up 3 for 4. He is a double shy of the cycle. Slash is ready. Locked in. 3 runs driven in. Back up the middle on the line. Base hit. That's only going to be a single, though, unfortunately. Pitcher's in front of him. Could have sacrificed Grace, but that's not fair to her. Nutmeg up 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Slider up and away. Line to short. Dowler there makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting the first baseman, number 33, Peak Physique.
Oof, okay. Peak Physique up, locked in. Trying to get his 3rd hit of the game here. Fastball down and in. Chase grounded up the middle to short. Dowler behind the bag. Fields it. Fires to first. In time to get Physique, and that ends the inning. No stimulated this time for Peak, unfortunately. Bottom 8, it's 9-4. Dazzler, Cracker, and Yamamoto do up against Grace in her 2nd inning of work. Here's Dazzler, 1 for 3 with a single. Grace locked in. Specialist still active. Heater at the knees, 0-1. The ball away. Whiffed on it, 0-2. Best part about this Jacks lineup, they only have 1 lefty batter, I believe, and that's Jack Cracker. Change it down and in, fouled off, 0-2. They will have a pinch hitter up next, though, or coming up. Cutter up and away, fouled off, still 0-2. Forcing him up and in, blew it by her, strike 3. First punch out, 2nd punch out for Grace. One down. Here's Jack Cracker 0 for 2 with a walk. First non-righty batter we've seen. Curveball down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Cutter up and away. Driven deep by Jack Cracker. He got hold of that one. A big-time jack into the Sawteeth bullpen. Third homer of the game for the Jacks offense. It's a solo homer, though. And that's the only way they've scored runs here in the series. They've all been via the home run. First of the postseason for Jack Cracker. It is now 9-5. Yomoto up 1 for 3 with a single. Specialist active again. Heater inside, fouled off, 0-1. Curveball down, chased it in the dirt, 0-2. Cutter up and away, chased it high, strike 3. Third punch out for Grace, 2 down. Next up, Dilly Dowler, rookie 0 for 3 intense. Change up away, outside, ball 1. Forcing her down in the way, low, 2-0. Cutter up and in, taken high, 3-0. Fastball middle of the plate, fouled off, 3-1. Curveball middle away, whiffed on it, full count. Change it down and in, chased it, strike 3. Fourth punch out for Grace, and that ends the inning. She gives up the bomb to Jack Cracker, his first of the postseason. 9-5 to the 9th. Renero, Caldeet, and JYS due up. Renero up 1 for 4, leading off with a single today. This lineup was perfectly made for righty specialists to eat against, basically. Coming out of the bullpen, closer Chico Lapata, as he's the only reliever left that wasn't used in Game 1 that we haven't seen yet here in the series. Let's go have a look at his postseason numbers. No record, a 6.75 ERA and a 1.12 whip. 2 appearances, 2 earned runs given up, no saves, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 3 hits surrendered, 3 strikeouts, 2 homers, and a batting average against a 273. Chico trying to keep it a 4-run deficit for the bottom half of the 9th. Let me look at the Jacks lineup. Are they all righties, really? Righty, 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 lefty. He's the only one to get a hit. Righty, righty. Holy shit, they're all righties. Yeah, this Jacks lineup was made for righty specialists to eat. Grace had the best matchup she could have ever dreamed of. All right, come on, John. Cutter taken low from the side armor as Lapata misses low. Chased it high on that one, way out of the zone, 1-1. Fastball down and in, line to short, right at Dowler, 1 down. Howie Caldeet up next, 2 for 4 today. He's got a 2-run double and a single today. Fastball to knees, driven by Howie, deep left center. That's carrying well, but it's going to hang up for Cracker in front of the warning track. 2 down. Base is empty for JYS. 3 for 4 with 3 singles and an RBI today for the veteran catcher. Heater away, fouled off late, 0-1. Slider down in the way, driven to center field, hit well, but it's going to be right at Dazzler, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Lapata does his job, bottom 9. Lapata due to lead off, that'll be a pinch hitter. Then it's Freely and Lift due up for the Jacks. Grace done after 2 innings of relief. She ate. She just ate. Great job, Grace. Only the 1 run given up on the homer, and that was to the lefty batter, Jack Cracker. Every other righty was retired except for 1, and I think we got a double play. Lapata due up first. Pinch hitting is Clutch Corman, the tense lefty catcher. And we are going to go to the bullpen to the man himself, Maximo Primo. Our veteran closer will get the honors to try and slam the door here in the 9th with a 4-run lead. It's not a save situation, but it's fitting that the closer gets the job. 0-1, 10.80 ERA and a 1.20 whip. His 1 appearance in the postseason was the loss against the Hot Corners in Game 2 of that series. 2 earned runs given up with that 2-run walk-off homer by Jeb Jumps in the 10th inning. He gave up 2 total hits, inning and 2/3 pitch, 286 batting average against, 2 strikeouts, 1 homer. All right, you done good, Grace. Maximo, do the job. Facing the tense Corman. Pinch hitter takes a strike at the letters on the fastball, 0-1. Clutch active here, change up down and in, chop foul, 0-2. Ball down in the way. Line to second, Turner in, catches it, 1 down. Sawteeth 2 outs away. Log Freely up, 1 for 4 with a single. Inside pitch active for Log. Curveball away in the first pitch. Line to left center field, that's going to be down. Trips uses his speed to cut it off. It'll be just a single. Could have been extra bases there for Log. One on, one down for tough lift. 2 for 3 day for the catcher. He has singled twice and walked. Still locked in. Four-seamer down and in. Chased and fouled off. 0-1. Curveball hangs, but it's popped up off the end of the bat, down the line and right. Sawteeth heading for the corner. In foul territory, puts it away. 2 down. Just enough room over there in foul territory. Last chance for the Sawteeth is Huffley Buffler. He has a 2-run homer today. Back in the first inning, 1 for 4. Sawteeth 1 out away from the title. Four-seamer up and away in the first pitch from Primo. Driven deep, right center field, carrying well. Sawteeth back. Warning track, wall, leaping, home run for Huffley Buffler. Multi-home run game for Huffley as the Jacks stay alive. Second homer of the game for Huffley, third of the series, and it's his 4th of the postseason. Total it is 9-7. The lead is cut in half. And we go to the next batter. It's J.J. Juice Jackson, who has also homered today. 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer and a single. Primo now tense. Ball down and in. Check swing taken low. Ball 1. Jackson is a off-speed hitter. Fastball low and away. 2-0. Four-seamer down and away. Outside. 3-0. Does not get the call. Change it middle in. Strike this time. 3-1. Fastball is going to be in the dirt. Ball 4. Tying run coming to the plate for the Jacks. It's Razzie Dazzler. Tense center fielder. 1 for 4 with a single. It's all right. No rushes. No worries. Change it down and in on the first pitch. Whiffed on it. Razzie. 0-1. Curveball down and away. Chased. Fouled off. 0-2. Jacks down to their last strike. Tough out active. Heater inside. Misses. 1-2. Fastball up and away. Way outside. Off of Junior's glove as well. That'll advance Cracker to scoring position. 2-2 on the wild pitch. Curveball inside. That'll miss. 3-2. Backed it a little too far up. Change up down on the way is low and outside. Ball 4. Breathe, Primo. Go ahead, run at the plate. Jack Cracker, who homered last at bat. 1 for 3. He's also walked. Solo shot for Jack. Rally stopper active for Primo. Hopefully that helps him. Forcing him down on the way, just outside. Ball 1. For ball inside. That'll miss. 2-0. Change up. Driven deep by Cracker into the corner. Left field. Majiko tracking it. Gets there and makes the catch. Sawteeth win. They do it. Oh, we get to see the new cutscene too. Ooh. Nice job, Sawyer. Love the pose. Ooh. Nice one. Hey, BH4. Oh. I'm sorry, Donk. You pitched well, bro. Gertie Goatman? He didn't even do anything. Oh. Good win, guys. I love the new cutscene. And I'm glad this doesn't cause a crash anymore. Nice job, guys. Primo, you did not need to make it as interesting as you did, you fuck. Stop that. My heart palpitations. Sawteeth win Game 2, 9-7. We sweep the Jacks, and we are your Year 1 champions. First time in any of my rebuilds that my team has made the playoffs and won the title. Oh, that got a little hairy there at the end, not gonna lie. I was worried. I thought they were gonna do it again. I'm like, not like this game. Not like this. Hitless today for us. Majiko, Sawyer, Caboosler, and Primo, who didn't bat. It's the solo home run today for Slash Trips. He also drove in 4 runs total. He had an RBI single and a 2-run triple. RBI for Kieran Nutmeg on a single. Howie Caldeed had a 2-run double. JYS had an RBI single, and DP Turner also had an RBI single as well. On the other side for the Jacks, 2 homers today for Huffley Buffler, both 2-run shots. 2-run homer for Juice Jackson, and a solo home run for Jack Cracker. They scored all 10 of their runs in this series against us on home run balls. Hitless today were Dilly Dowler, Donk O, and the pinch hitter Clutch Corman. It's not that he doesn't have faith in the prac. He has no faith in the game to be nice. Sawyer gets the victory. 6 innings for Sawyer as the offense rallied behind him in the 6th inning when he was taken out for the pinch hitter. 8 hits given up, 2 walks, 2-run homers, 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He improves to 2-0 in the postseason. Grace Lupinovic, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits given up, 1 homer on a solo shot. 4 strikeouts. She gets the hold. Primo, no save. You didn't deserve it, you asshole. 1 inning pitched, 2 hits given up, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and a homer. He does slam the door, though, in the 9th. On the other side for the Jacks, Donk 6 quality innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, a homer. He deserved the victory, but Keisha Mushara came out of the bullpen, got 1 out of 4 batters. She gave up 3 hits, 4 earned runs, and a walk. She takes the loss, falling to 0-1. Spectacular inning in 2/3 of relief, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, and Lapata a clean 9th inning. Yes, Lawai has seen too many games to have faith. He knows me too well. Trips up. He finishes a double shy of the cycle. 4 RBIs driven in. Huffley Buffler second up. 2 homer day for him. He drove in 4. And then Juice Jackson third up. 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer and a single. Good game all around, everybody. That's a sweep. You love to see it. Too many freebooter games. Indeed. When you have the freebooters, there's always a chance of the other team making you pull a choke job. All right, let's see what's the new trophy look like. I want to see it. Oh, it's a nice little ring. Okay, did it up with the red, white, and blue. I like that. Nice. Sweet. And that'll do it. Nice. We got the victory. Sweeping the Jacks. Here at the final score for those that come in late. 18-3 in Game 1, and we rallied back, coming down from 4-0 to win 9-7 in Game 2. You love to see it. Good sweep. Got the job done. We only lost 1 time in the postseason, which was to the Hot Corners. Let's take a look at the playoff MVP race. It goes to Howie Caldeet, who had 7 home runs and 20 RBIs in the postseason. I could not argue with that. There were only 2 games the entire postseason he didn't homer. One was the last game we just won, and then one was the 3rd game, I believe, against the Hot Corners. Trips the runner-up, followed by Physique in 3rd and Renero in 4th. Nutmeg also there in 6th. Physique had the best batting average, though. Caldeet most homers and most RBIs. Physique best on base. Howie best slugging. Best on base and slugging goes to Physique. He edges out Howie by .086. Batting, Physique led the league in hits. Caldeet extra base hits. Of course, he had 7 homers. Nobody in the strikeout category, thankfully, for us batters. Runs scored. Kira Nutmeg had 12, along with Caldeet and Trips. All of them scored a lot at the top of the lineup. 1 stolen base for Trips, and that's it. Pitching lines, Sawyer led the postseason in wins. He had 2 ugly wins, but they were still wins. Southpaw, Lupinovic, Fuller, and Tacobi also here with 1 each. He earned run average, best goes to Lupinovic at 235. Southpaw at 238 in that 1 start he had. Saves, Goatman, Towers, and BH4. Whip, Lupinovic leads, 052. Fuller down there at the bottom, 131. OBA, Fuller at the bottom, Southpaw in there, and Lupinovic in 3rd. Lupinovic 3rd in strikeouts, tied with Bishop Fuller, and Cecil Sawyer down here at the bottom, tied for 9th. Strikeouts per 9, Lupinovic 2nd at 1174, and Fuller down at the bottom. Lupinovic most of walks per 9 innings at 0, and she had the highest strikeout to walk ratio, 10-1. Or 10-0, technically. Nice. Good job, Grace. Good job. Solid. Best pitcher on the whole team, for sure. Boss even. Yep. Alrighty, and that's going to do it, guys. I'll give you a look at the team here as we finish up the episode here. Let's go ahead and put up that team visual. Where is the cards? Not the cards, the photo. There it is. This is the squad that got it done. As soon as this fucking thing loads, where are you? There it is. This is the team that got the job done. We take League One title game, sweeping the Jacks here this episode. Final score is 18-3 in Game 1, 9-7, rallying back from a 4-1 deficit in Game 2. Next episode will be the off season for this series, as we are going to see if we can re-sign a lot of these guys and make some tough decisions on who to let go. There are a couple players we're probably going to end up replacing due to age concerns and whatnot. But other than that, I want to keep this team together and see if we can turn this team into a legitimate dynasty. This might not be much of a rebuild if we can keep this momentum going from year 1. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always, guys. Thank you for cheering us on in the chat today. If you haven't already, hit the follow and subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live and or donate money if you like what you see. I don't ask for it, but it's appreciated if you do decide to go that far. And also over on YouTube, if you haven't already and you're watching this, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down in the description below if you want to come over here and watch these videos live before they get posted over here. Until next time, everybody, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Tune in next time for the off-season. Have a great evening, everyone.